Now, ladies and gentlemen, after listening to her testimony for 5 straight hours, the court began questioning Margaret Nduta. She was asked whether she had ever traveled before, to which she responded, "No, this was my first time traveling outside Kenya." When further asked how she acquired her passport, she claimed that John had arranged everything, and within a week, her passport was ready in 2023. However, Margaret Nduta was unaware that her passport contained all her travel records. The court ordered the passport to be brought in, and when it arrived, shocking details were revealed. Contrary to her claims, records showed that Margaret Nduta acquired her passport in 2014. In January 2015, she traveled to Saudi Arabia, where she was contracted to work until January 2017. However, there was no recorded return to Kenya in 2017. The court could not determine where she had been between 2017, when her job contract expired, and April 2021, when records showed she traveled directly from Saudi Arabia to Ghana. The court concluded that Margaret Nduta had lied about never having traveled before and about how she obtained her passport. Additionally, her flight history from Saudi Arabia to Ghana raised suspicions. The prosecutor convinced the judge that Margaret Nduta's passport contained irregular travel records, which indicated she was fully aware of what she was carrying. Her passport had departure records, but consistently lacked return records from each destination. For example, there was no record of her return from Ghana to Kenya, nor any record of how she left Ghana after arriving from Saudi Arabia. These inconsistencies raised serious doubts about her credibility. The court ultimately found her guilty. Presiding judge of the People's Court, Ms. Din Ngoc Thu Huong, was convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that Margaret Nduta, a 37-year-old Kenyan national, had willingly smuggled 2 kg of cocaine through the territory of Vietnam. This act was a direct violation of the laws of the state and the government of Vietnam. As a result, the court found her guilty and sentenced her to death. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have heard the whole story. But my question is, Margaret Nduta was arrested in July 2023, and the family came to break silence in 2025, when now she was sentenced to death. Why did the family keep this a secret? Was this her routine?